Online reviews are one of the most important and often neglected aspects of running a restaurant. According to the Harvard Business School, a one-star increase on Yelp can lead to a 9% increase in profits. And when you consult with Restaurant Rescue, we guarantee a one-star increase within your first year. Think back to your college days. Did you and your friends ever talk about starting a business together one day? That's what me and my friends did when we started Restaurant Rescue. We came up with the idea while we were all working at a local restaurant in school at West Georgia. While we were there, we were tasked with analyzing online reviews and customer feedback and coming up with ideas to help the business grow and improve on what we were already doing successfully. Realizing that had a talent for this, we decided to begin Restaurant Rescue, a restaurant consulting company. Although we were confident in what we could do from the start, we knew we needed some help getting off the ground, so we partnered with another consulting firm out of Atlanta to build the skills we would need and experience and get a couple of projects under our belt. And now we help out small businesses as well as other small consulting firms. Our main mission has always been fulfilling customers' needs. When we started Restaurant Rescue, we made a promise amongst ourselves to always keep the customer first. Our goal since starting has been to improve the restaurant experience for both patrons and servers. We believe that communication is the most important aspect of business, and it's the main reason that we're where we are today. A constant communication between customers, employees, and owners is the first step to improving your business. Online reviews can make or break a restaurant. A Bright Local survey found that 60% of diners will check online reviews before they choose where to eat. And that number will only increase as younger tech-savvy generations mature, and online presence will continue to make up a large portion of how your restaurant is received. My name is David Thomas, and I'm a consultant and co-founder of Restaurant Reviews. I started in the restaurant business when I was 16 years old at a small family-owned business in my hometown. I continued working in the restaurant industry through college, which is where I met my co-founders and we began our journey to where we are today. My area of expertise for Restaurant Rescue is evaluating online reviews. Before meeting my co-founders in college, I was working at the restaurant mentioned beforehand, and I was informally tasked with staying up to date on online reviews and coming to the owner with criticisms or compliments so we could improve and continue doing what our customers were telling us was working. The restaurant I'm looking at today is the Oakwood Cafe. The Oakwood is an institution in my hometown of Dalton, Georgia, and it's been at its current location for 60 years and was in service for 30 years before that at a different location under the same name. They're known for traditional meat and three platters. It's a choice of meat with three vegetables and cornbread. Located in the middle of downtown Dalton, it's an excellent place to stop by for a hearty breakfast, on your lunch break, for dinner, or even catering. Meat and three restaurants aren't difficult to find in Dalton. They're kind of all over the place, actually. Parker's Restaurant is the main competitor. The menu's mostly the same, however, it's a very different atmosphere. And compared to the location, it's not ideal. Another competitor is Kelly's Restaurant, also meat and three. However, Kelly's is more of a pay-by-plate buffet style. and it has a very similar decor and atmosphere to Parker's, which is a little bit more informal and casual. I'm going to talk about a few strengths of the Oakwood real quick, which is the cozy atmosphere and the friendly waitstaff, which obviously go hand in hand with one another as the waitstaff helps contribute to the cozy, family-friendly atmosphere that you're looking for in a restaurant like this. And if you look to my right, you can see an actual picture of the interior of the Oakwood, and you can see that it is a cozy, family-friendly, warm, inviting kind of place. And if you look at reviews, especially on Facebook, because it's an option there, that's checked on almost every single review, mentioning how great the atmosphere is and how friendly the waitstaff is. And when we get to weaknesses, you'll see that friendly waitstaff doesn't always necessarily mean good. The last strength of the Oakwood is one that you don't see in a lot of small businesses, especially ones that have been around for so long and have such good word of mouth, and that's that the owner is very active on review sites. Now, if you check Google, Facebook, Yelp, you'll see him responding to both good and bad reviews, and always graciously, always treating the customer as if they are right. And that's what you have to do to maintain a positive online presence, and that's how you get customers to maybe give you a second chance. Because if you look at these reviews, you will see in responses to what the owner said that they'll give the place a second chance because of how inviting and how accommodating he will be. Now on to the weaknesses. The first weakness that you'll notice before you even walk in is the limited parking. It's in downtown, and so therefore it's just kind of on the street. And so street parking is available, so you either have to be able to find a spot, which due to the popularity of the restaurant tends to be difficult, or you have to park across the street and cross a busy main street of downtown, or park behind the restaurant in a tight parking spot where the drive-through service and the dumpsters are. Couple of other weaknesses of the Oakwood. For the price, the portion sizes can be rather small. It's not expensive, but relative to the price, the portions can be pretty small. I heard that one firsthand from my dad, a frequent patron of the Oakwood, and that's his main concern. The other one, food related, and that's where most of the bad reviews come from, cold food, things like that, is that the food can be kind of bland. And that's just kind of the way it is with this particular type of Southern comfort food. If it's not your style, it probably never will be, and without making fundamental changes to the restaurant and alienating your core customer base, there's not really much you can do about that. Needless to say, understanding both negative and positive feedback are essential to growing as a business. You need to look at negative reviews as an opportunity for growth. If you notice something that keeps popping up in multiple reviews, it's likely happening more than those reviews suggest, and it's something that you should address immediately. Likewise, with positive reviews, it should be a source of encouragement for you. What you're doing is working, and you need to strive to excel in these areas. One opportunity for the Oakwood is to use fresh ingredients. A discerning customer can tell when vegetables and fruits are fresh and when they're canned. And there's multiple farmers markets within 10 minutes from the Oakwood. And so fresh fruits and vegetables should be used whenever possible. And currently, according to some customers, it's not. Another opportunity for the Oakwood is to provide wait staff with proper training. In many of the reviews, it mentions that the wait staff is friendly, personable, and kind, but they're not particularly good at their job. Sometimes food will come out cold, they won't have knowledge of the menu, or they won't get refills on their drinks. And although friendly, this doesn't make up for a server not being able to properly do their job, which is what a customer is looking for when they sit down to eat at a restaurant. The third opportunity for the Oakwood is menu changes. Now, this doesn't mean overhauling the menu. The main course, the meat and three, will stay the same because that's what their core customer base expects, and that's where the majority of their revenue comes from. However, the rest of the menu is not the meat and three fare, and so it can be customized to what customers are saying needs to change. Most negative reviews for the Oakwood focus on the food, whether it came out cold, or what they didn't get what they ordered, or it just wasn't to their taste. They just didn't like it. The food is the number one complaint. And this starts with communication. You can fix this with communication between the front and the back of house, making sure the food comes out hot and correctly. And attention to detail is important at all levels, and it starts at the top, ensuring that everything is done correctly and on time. Another threat to the Oakwood is the building that it's in. It's 100-plus-year-old building, and so it can appear to some, a little dingy or run down. And you'll notice in some reviews it mentions this. A thorough inspection followed by a thorough cleaning and a fresh coat of paint should be more than sufficient to handle all of these problems. The last threat to the Oakwood is an aging clientele. If you look at pictures provided by the reviews, you'll notice that pretty much everybody that goes and patronizes the Oakwood is of the older generation. The Southern comfort food is very popular amongst that generation, but it's slowly going out of style. And with trendy new restaurants opening all around Dalton, including one directly next door, the Oakwood will have to eventually modify their fare and their atmosphere if they want to continue attracting new customers. And here you'll find a chart of our SWOT analysis, pretty much just going over the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And you can use this chart, you can screenshot it, you can save it, put it up in the restaurant somewhere so that you can always remember what it is that you're trying to focus on. We want to thank you for choosing Restaurant Rescue. Working with your team has been amazing over these past couple weeks. Remember, the most important thing you can do is listen. Listen to your customers, take their feedback, and improve. And it starts from the top down with you. Be an example for your employees, and they will take note of what you're doing and copy it. If you have any questions or need clarification on anything, please reach out to us by email at restrescue@gmail.com, by phone at 576-576-5765, or on our website, www.restrescue.com. And as a small gesture for choosing Restaurant Rescue, we're providing you with t-shirts for you and your employees. You should be receiving those any day now. And thank you so much for watching this presentation. And again, thank you for picking Restaurant Rescue. Please reach out to us with any feedback or questions. Thank you.